How's it going, everybody? Happy Thursday, y'all. Welcome back to Boxem Office Hours. Good to see everybody. Just going live for probably 30 minutes or so to answer all y'all's questions, break down anything everyone's running into, celebrate wins from the week, whatever you guys want to talk about here. If you're watching on the replay, I'm live this time every Tuesday and Thursday, and then Mondays at 5 p.m. Eastern as well. And yeah, it's always good to just hop on, chop it up, talk shop, and answer any Amazon questions you guys have. I know a lot of you guys have been loving the auto ungated stuff with Boxem specifically. It's been super cool. There's been like over 1 million brands ungated for free on Boxem in the last week since it launched, which is obviously very cool. So kind of able to solve, not being able to sell things as a beginner, which is something I definitely wish I had as a new seller. But now you can kind of go take advantage of that, get all those auto approvals done. And also, if you guys didn't see it on the Boxem channel, we did a live auto ungate workshop. We hopped on Zoom with like 90 to 100 Boxem users and just kind of broke down how to use the new auto ungate and specifically use that to source stuff. So super valuable video there on the Boxem YouTube channel. Several hundred of you guys already found it, but go watch that if you want to find some stuff today. It's like the easiest way to source in the beginning of 2026 here. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, go check out the video on the Boxem channel if you're watching on the replay. And in the meantime, let me know what questions you guys have. What's up, Patrick? You said, can you sell some groceries as a beginner? Yeah, for sure. You can sell like a lot of the category as soon as you get ungated. You could just go buy something from like Vitacost or something like that to be able to sell grocery products. And then yeah, I will say grocery products is maybe one of the harder categories to source, if not like maybe the hardest in my experience. Just from an OA perspective, probably not the hardest actually. It's up there though, because groceries, when you think about it, it's not a category that there tends to be a ton of like coupons, sales, limited time deals, that kind of thing, which is where most of the profit is actually created. But that, don't let that stop you. There's still plenty of profitable stuff there. My favorite, even like within grocery and just like other categories in general, what you're looking for is brands that are sold on lots of different websites. So they kind of have to price compete with each other. And then when they're racing each other to the bottom, we can go in, scoop it all up, and sell it on Amazon for a lot more. Sweet. What's up, Matthew? How's it going? What's up, man? How's it going? How are sales looking for you today? I know you've been basically on all the streams recently. I need a progress report here. How are sales looking this week? All that good stuff. I know you've been locking in lately. And yeah, for those of you guys on TikTok, let me know what questions you guys have as well. I'm live all over the place right now, but yeah, I've been selling on Amazon for over 7 years now at this point. I started with like $1,500 that I had as a college or a high school kid, and then started just kind of flipping my way up from there, and gradually just kind of grew the snowball of the stuff that I sell now into $2.5 million a year on Amazon. And yeah, just buying and selling name brand stuff pretty much as well. So yeah, let me know what like specific questions you guys have. Let's see. You said you figured you can use Ollie's and grocery outlet to jumpstart your business and then move towards more OA as you start to scale. Yeah, that's a great place to do it, Patrick. Yeah, like easiest place to find those first products is retail stores. Just because your only competition is the other people who are also at that retail store in the last couple of days, right? Versus if you are, if you're going out to like online source, you're competing with anyone with a computer, right? Which obviously is doable. Plenty of people finding success. I know that's my full-time business right now, but retail arbitrage is more of a, can I go to the store and put in the effort? Online arbitrage is more of a, how do I learn how to make things as cheap as possible online? Both are good, but for sure, as a new Amazon seller, you haven't been able to ungate any products. What product should you ungate first? Yeah, so you can go right now and you can check your store. You'll get like 50 to 100 brands auto ungated for free. You just need to go to Boxem and then click the bulk ungate button. And then when you do that, it's going to scan like a suggested list. There's about 1,000 products in there. It's going to scan that list, and you'll get anywhere from 50 to 100 of those brands automatically approved. So it's like brand new, for sure. 2 lives. I got a lot more than two. There's short form on a couple places, TikTok, Facebook. Yeah, we're all over. Appreciate you, Gold. What's up, Angela? How's it going? For sure. What do margins look like? Yeah, so profit margin wise, you want to be at like a 20% gross margin or higher, obviously, if you can be. And then most Amazon sellers will be somewhere between 10 to 15% net margin, depending on like how they're sourcing products. So if you're like a wholesale seller, your margins are maybe 8 to 12%. And if you're an arbitrage seller, your margins are probably between 10 to 15%. Yeah, just kind of depends on like how much you outsource and that kind of stuff. For sure. But yeah, the way I like to do it, I try to shoot for 10 to 11%, just because I pay a team to source all my stuff, ship all my stuff, prep all my stuff, manage the store, which obviously costs money to pay people to do that. So as long as we're like, 20-ish gross margin, we have plenty of wiggle room left. Sweet. Good questions though. Appreciate all you guys popping on in today. For any of you guys that want to just like learn the full basics of selling on Amazon as well, I made you guys a 5-hour long like 2026 free course on YouTube. For anybody who has like beginner questions and that kind of stuff, you can just look up Fields of Profit free course on YouTube if you're wanting just like a full free guide to kind of get started on Amazon. Let's see, is Boxem bulk auto engage good to find your first couple products? For sure, man. Yeah. So yeah, like the way to find your first products has changed in the last week. Like it got a lot easier. Because now instead of like randomly clicking around and trying to figure out what you can apply for, just go plug your store into Boxem, start there. Let Boxem show you the 50 to 100 brands that you're already auto-ungated to sell, and then start reverse sourcing those sellers. So again, you go to Boxem, what can I sell? Take those brand ideas, go to Amazon, and then you're going to look through those products that are on Amazon and find the ones that sell for a lot less, after coupon codes and that kind of thing. Boxem, you can get it for free for 2 weeks. Yeah, so just go in there, try it out. That's like step one for like if you're a true beginner, just like figure out what you can sell as a beginner now. Let's see. You know what to sell, but you're not 100% on it. That makes total sense. Yeah, if it's like your first product that you've been like looking into, it's weird. The first time you pull out the credit card and buy like $1,000 worth of shampoo or something, it's not a thing that normal people get used to, right? Like you just kind of like you got to build up that you just it gets normal over time. Yeah, shampoo, anything, right? Like you buy I've owned a bunch of oatmeal, I've owned a bunch of shoes, clothes, all that, like whatever. It doesn't matter. As long as the profit looks good, I'll flip it. Let's see, how long is turnaround time from when you ship out a product to when it sells? So there's 2 ways, right? So you can FBA or FBM. If you're FBA, it's going to be about conservatively 2 months. Every 2 months, you can turn through your capital. If you're an FBM seller where you ship direct to the customer, every 4 to 6 weeks, you can turn through your capital, depending on like how good you are at sourcing stuff that sells, obviously, and probably towards the later end of that as you're learning and speeds up over time. Let's see. When is it smart to raise prices and accept fewer sales? Yeah, good question. Like if you're selling something that is like you expect it to sell out, maybe it's a very seasonal product and that season is coming up, right? You don't want to sell things now and sell at a low price. Another good thing to take advantage of is just going ahead and like automatically setting your prices to raise. So like the price of my entire store raise every 6 hours. You can just go into Flash Pricer and set this up. Just like a repricer. If you're kind of getting scaled on Amazon, you can just have your whole store raised by 10% every 6 hours. That's what I like to do. And then other people's prices are going to follow my prices up, right? And then over time, the whole listing can kind of become more profitable if you're finding ways to drag your price up over time. Let's see. Do you need an LLC or an EIN first? You don't need one. I didn't have one when I was getting started because I was a broke college kid, so I didn't care, right? Like I didn't have personal assets. But like general advice is if you have like a house or anything like that, personal assets, it's a smart idea. I didn't need it because I was broke and young, but obviously got it after a little bit, for sure. Let's see. Yeah, I sell in the U.S. Parm. Sweet. What other questions you guys got here? Let's see. How do you get started? Yeah, so just like the bare basics is buy and sell stuff that already sells, right? Here's an example. Like just go, I found this at like a local retail store. You can see like there's a clearance sticker on it, right? That's like the easiest place to learn. Just go scanning stuff at like a local discount store. More scalable way is to do reverse sourcing. So auto ungated reverse sourcing is like the very like technical term for it. But yeah, all of you guys like just kind of getting the game started and that kind of stuff on YouTube. Just look up Fields of Profit free course, and you'll see like it's a 5-hour long free YouTube video I made that shows you obviously how to do everything. Let's see. Should you start with FBA or FBM? You should do both. So FBM, you can like test products faster, right? Because you'll get it to your house, and then that same day you could ship it out to the customer. And then you sell your couple units via FBM. It's like, hey, this actually sells. Let me buy a lot more. Because generally, all else equal, you'll sell more units as an FBA seller than an FBM seller. Just because Amazon's like basically algorithm will trust you to make more sales if you're using their like customer service and their shipping speed and all that kind of stuff. For sure. Is Amazon still letting sellers sell Nike? Yeah. So no new sellers have been able to apply for it for a couple years, but you can still sell it. You just have to have an older account at this point. But yeah, still plenty of other brands to sell as well. Let's see. Just started selling on Amazon on January 12th. You got ungated and sold out in 2 days. That's awesome. Yeah. See, it's not very profitable just to build sales. Okay, yeah. So obviously now you gotta. Whoops, my whole setup's falling apart over here. Let me see. Yeah. So you just found something and not making a ton of profit on it. So the next step to do that to make more profit on that item would be to check for ways to create bonus margin. That's where you'll really make money as a reseller, is not buying something for $10 and selling it for 20. It's finding an item for $15 that then you use a discounted gift card on and a coupon, and you wait for the right sale, and then you get it at the lowest possible price. So now it's just a game of, I know how to source things. Now how can I source things that are like more profitable than normal? And that just comes with like researching all the different ways that you can make items cheaper, coupons, discounted gift cards, cash back, loyalty rewards programs, asking customer service, like stuff like that. Can't find any products that auto ungate. All right, so go to boxem.com. You can get a free trial of the tool. Go to inventory and then click bulk ungate, and you'll get ungated in about 50 to 100 brands for free. And it takes you 5 minutes to set up. Yeah, so just go use the bulk ungating feature in Boxem. For sure. Do you ever buy all items from Ollie's? I don't have an Ollie's super close to me, unfortunately, but Ollie's is definitely a good source. I made a good YouTube video with my friend Coda. That's like pretty much all he does is he goes to Ollie's all over the country, and he sold just shy of $1 million last year, over 200 grand in profit. Literally just going to Ollie's, Marshalls. Like he's a crazy man. I'd much rather source stuff online, but yeah, obviously people scaling all kinds of crazy stuff online. The main thing is, I say this all the time, but I don't care what you do. Just pick something that makes money online. It has never ever been easier for people like us to make money with a very low budget just on our own. You have to take advantage of that. The internet money is crazy. Sweet. Do you need to open 2 storefronts if you want FBA and FBM? No, you just do it on one storefront. Yeah, and it's even better to technically the perfect way to sell on Amazon would be to FBM and FBA every product you sell, because you can FBM products while FBA things are checking in at the warehouse. Let's see. You heard adult toys do well online. Yeah, I don't think I've ever sold too much like that. But yeah, I mean, for sure. There's like fairly strict rules about it on Amazon, so it doesn't tend to be something that I source a lot of. But yeah, you can sell anything, whatever's profitable. Let's see. After you get an easy ungate from Boxem, what should you go look for at Ross or Walmart? Yeah, so you could, like, if you're doing retail arbitrage and you want to like focus on auto ungates, run a scan of someone's storefront who does retail arbitrage. You could figure that out just by using any of your in-store leads and figuring out what those people sell. And then you'll kind of have a list of like, all right, I know this person shops at TJ Maxx to get a lot of their inventory. Let me scan their storefront. Okay, here's 5 brands of their storefront that they probably got from TJ Maxx that I just auto ungated. And then, obviously you can see from there, now you have a little bit of a list to focus on next time you go shopping. And then honestly, probably the easier way to do auto ungated sourcing would be online. You just take that brand name, go find a bunch of people who sell that brand, and then just start kind of focusing on those products in their store. What's auto ungated? Yeah, so before you sell most things on Amazon, you have to submit like invoices and that kind of stuff to get approved, which you totally can do, and you should do that. But it can take like several submissions, a week, 2 weeks, that kind of thing, to get approved to sell brands. So it's just like the easier place to start selling. It just removes one less like issue you have to deal with before you can start selling stuff. So that's why it's like the best place to start. And then while you're selling auto ungated things, that's when you'll go in and source something, I don't know, like Gap clothing, for example. you'd have to submit an invoice from Gap. And then while you're waiting for that to go through and be accepted and stuff, like you could be selling auto ungated products. Let's see. Appreciate you, Sam. Got you. Let's see. You recommend standard or professional? If you're just getting started, the standard plan on Boxem's great. Yeah. And then the pro plan has some things that'll help you scale, pallet shipments, 2D barcodes, that kind of thing. Auto ungated is unrestricted things off the bat. Yeah, exactly. All you have to do to like find those is just upload a product to Amazon and then check. That was the old way to do it. You'd have to do it one by one. Now you can just click that button on Boxem, and it'll check like over 1,000 things for you that are like commonly auto ungated, and you'll see which of that list that your store specifically is able to sell then. Let's see. Do you have any clues why Amazon put FBA shipments in reserve? It's probably just an FC transfer. If you're seeing like the items showed like checked in or whatever. Yeah, it's probably just an FC transfer. Like when you send items in, some of them will be available for sale right away, but then most of them are going to shuffle around to a different fulfillment center so that your stuff can have like 2-day shipping in as many places in the country as possible. Let's see. Struggling with products and you've been using Keepa. Yeah. So just watch. If you're just like trying to figure out how to source products, you can just watch any of the recent videos on my channel that just like focus on product sourcing. Just kind of live break down the process with you. You'll end up sourcing most of your inventory with SellerAmp. It's hard to source just with Keepa. It's kind of just like a data reference, basically. Let's see. Does making $1 profit on items, is it reasonable if the intent is to slowly raise prices in hopes others follow? No, I wouldn't do that. You really only want to buy things that are as profitable as you want them to be right away. You don't want to buy things and just like hope that the price is going up. Yeah, unless if it's like a really small profit per unit, I would also only do it if it's a no return item, like groceries or some supplements and that kind of thing. Just gonna be really hard to make profit if you're only making $1 per unit, unless it's like very specific case. Let's see. You said check another seller and you'd know they get the stuff from TJ Maxx. Yeah. So like if you're a retail arbitrage seller, you want to go out to stores and stuff, you'll start seeing a lot of the same brands in that store. And then obviously when you find a profitable product at a retail store, the chances that the other sellers on that listing got the same thing from the same retail store are usually pretty high. So then hey, this person is doing the same thing as me. Like conceptually, let me see the other products that they have found because they're doing the same thing as me. And you'll probably get some product ideas. That's like the basic idea of it. Let's see. With Boxem AutoGate, can help you find the items from close by stores. So you can just like Google those brands. You can also ask. There's an AI assistant in Boxem as well. That's pretty handy in terms of just like helping you find like sources for your products and stuff. So you can just say like, hey, I'm curious on where I can get this 3-pack of t-shirts, and it can suggest sources and that kind of thing. And yeah, the AI assistant can be pretty helpful on that. Let's see. Is Amazon going to question invoices being from Walmart, Ross, etc. because it's not from a distributor? Yeah. So just make sure you're buying from legit sources. Yeah. Don't buy from like some weird guy on Telegram. Don't buy from like, a website you've never heard of before and has bad reviews online, that kind of thing. As long as you're sticking to like legitimate retailers, that's all we need to prove to Amazon that we're buying legitimate products. Yeah, just, Walmart, Ross, all those are obviously not selling fake inventory. Let's see. You sell on Amazon, all your profit goes to advertising. What can you do? Yeah, so I don't buy any ads at all. So I wouldn't be your guy on that. I buy and sell stuff that already sells with no, I don't need to create any extra demand for it. I just buy stuff as cheap as I possibly can that's already in high demand on Amazon. Yeah, mostly just from like websites and stuff. Do you do wholesale or OA? Pretty much all OA. Every now and then I'll do a wholesale deal, but I haven't done one in a while. Let's see. Yeah, let me know the questions you guys got. Let's see. You can't find any product to ungate a category. So like if you want to sell groceries, find something profitable that's grocery category, and then you'll submit that, right? Like if you bought it from Target or Vitacost or iHerb, or as long as you're buying from, a brand you want to sell from a legit supplier, that is an invoice. You don't need crazy distribution accounts and all that kind of stuff. I know I used to think that was the case as well. You can also just see what you can sell right away with those auto ungates as well. You just plug your store into Boxem and it'll show you 50 to 100 brands you can sell right now. Let's see. You want to buy shampoo? Is it hard to ungate in that area? No, it's no different than any other category. Yeah, Yeah, the only thing that has like slightly more scrutiny for ungating is like OTC meds, and sometimes I've seen ingestibles recently. They'll have like they'll want slightly more documents than other categories, which makes sense, right? It's stuff that people are, putting in their bodies, medicine, that kind of thing. But it, getting ungated to sell shampoo would be the exact same as getting ungated to sell, I don't know, like Gap clothes. Just buy it from somebody that's legit and use that as your invoice. Let's see. When you find a listing that sells well, do you go out and source that product, or do you make a new listing? No, that's the nice part. So it's not like eBay where you have to like make a new listing every product that you want to sell. The listings already exist, and the listings are already being searched. They're already indexed on Google and that kind of thing. So you just basically attach your offer to that listing that already sells. Um, so let's say you found like this, for example. Here's an example product that I found to sell, right? Let's say you found this product. I scanned it with SellerAmp. SellerAmp said, hey, this product already is in demand on Amazon. So all I need to do is go list this product, ship it into Amazon, and it's like it'll naturally rotate the sales to me as long as my price and my shipping speed is good. So that's usually going to mean I'm going to send it to FBA and I'm going to make sure I just match the price it's already selling for. Let's see. Lots of good questions here. Appreciate you guys. Let's see. You mentioned you organic advertising. No, so I don't do any advertising at all on Amazon, Jonathan. So like I buy stuff like this, right? I found it at what did I find this at? Was it Marshalls or Ross? Marshalls. Price tags right there. So I found this at Marshalls. It's already selling on Amazon. People are already searching for this and already buying it. So all I have to do is put it on Amazon and it'll sell. You don't need to buy like any ads or anything like that. Let's see. Have you used Target online to get ungated? Yeah, for sure, Katie. Target's pretty good for ungating. Are you wasting your time trying to get ungated for your first item? Should you focus on auto ungated products to build your sales record? No, it's not a waste of time to just like go in and start applying for things. But it is obviously going to be easier to start selling like auto ungated stuff. So what I was suggesting is go figure out what you can get auto ungated to sell, source that in the short term, and then while you're sourcing those auto ungates, you're naturally going to come across things that are gated, and then just buy those and submit the invoices until it accepts it, right? Because you only have to buy like 10 units of something to just get an invoice in, and you just submit that until it gets approved, basically. Yeah, and if you guys need to see like the full like detailed breakdown on like how to actually source, where on the computer to go to upload invoices and stuff, just look at the free course on YouTube. Just look up Fields of Profit free course. It's that 5-hour YouTube video I was talking about. Let's see, you auto-ungated over 700 ASINs your first try using Boxem. That's what's up, Jesse. That's awesome, man. Yeah, so you got a lot of opportunity unlocked for you there in a couple seconds. That was more than my account auto-ungated. That's awesome. Very nice, man. Let's see. How do you know if you're getting ungated in a subcategory or just a category? It'll tell you. Yeah, it'll be like grocery, or it'll say like some specific smaller thing. Yeah, Philip. Yeah, and for any guys on like TikTok or Instagram, stuff like that, if you just go up in my bio, you'll also see the free course and stuff. Let's see. When you're sourcing from Kohl's or other stores, you only find 5 units of an item. Do you still FBA? You might as well. Yeah, you could do either, whichever one makes sense. Usually it'll make sense to like if you can FBM something, you might as well, because you're basically saying I'd rather make money in a month than right now if you're like waiting for FBA check-in times and stuff. But some items are not reseller friendly, or sorry, FBM friendly, and you can see that in the buy box stats. So on SellerAmp, there'll be a little pie chart that's showing you who's making the sales, what was their price, and also how did they send it to customers, and just make sure that there's other people that are making FBM sales. Let's see. Is this your only account? Yeah, man. So I know there's like fake accounts of me on Discord and TikTok and Instagram, all that kind of stuff. So if you got like a weird message from me trying to sell some kind of like VA or some weird service of some kind, it is not me. When people are legit, they get they get a lot of fakes. It's just kind of the nature of it, unfortunately. Let's see. How much time do you recommend waiting before reapplying on a denied brand application? Right away. No reason to wait. Let's see. Do you need to have Pro unboxing to have the features you've been mentioning? No. So the Pro plan will let you do LTL shipments, so shipping like pallets, 2D barcodes, and then we'll usually roll out new features to Pro first. So one of those things would be like Walmart shipments, and yeah, stuff like that, which is actually already in beta. If you guys sell on Walmart actively and want to use the Walmart flow for Boxem, so you can make Walmart shipments a lot easier, just shoot me a message on like Discord or something like that. Let's see. After you quit for the first time, how long did it take you to find your first product? You've been watching the content, yeah. Yeah, I mean, so the first time I tried online arbitrage, I tried to source a product for like 2 weeks or so, and I just couldn't. It just didn't make sense. I didn't find anything. Then I came back to it another few weeks later, and something clicked. I just needed to practice more. That was really all it was. I was just being impatient, probably. And at the time, I was already selling on Amazon, just doing books. I was just doing other things, so it felt like I didn't have as much maybe I didn't feel as forced to like kind of evolve because I was already making some money on Amazon. But I'm glad I doubled back down for sure. Let's see. Do you know of good companies that help with account suspension? Yeah, Tanner, reach out to Seller Basics. There's a link down below. They help me out with a lot of like the more serious account health stuff. Hope you're all good there. Sweet. Yeah, let me know other questions you guys got here. Can you check can you explain where to check what brands your ungated for is located? Can't get to it. Sure, yeah. So on so you just load up Boxem, and I'll show you guys over here on YouTube and stuff. See, do you need a Rollo right away? Not really. I used like a regular at-home printer. But yeah, if you got like a plenty of money to start, it is faster for sure. But it's marginal. Your money's better spent on like software that speeds you up rather than like a fancier printer at least in the early days. Uh, let's see. Awesome. Yeah, let me know what other questions you guys got here, and then I'll show you. So for those of you guys that had questions about the auto ungating here, let me go ahead and just pop up a screen share here. So you'll just go onto Boxem, go to the inventory page, and then there's this bulk ungating button right up here. So this is just the YouTube video I made about it. You'll just click bulk ungating, and then you can see like in the couple minutes it took me to make the video, we were ungated in like 150 products within a few minutes there. So yeah, just go to Boxem and then go to inventory, and you'll see the button right there. It's pretty cool. Let's see. You don't have a printer. What's your suggestion? Oh, if you don't have a printer, then you might as well go Rollo. I had like a printer when I got started, so that helped me out for sure. Teach you the ways, sensei. Yeah, just so there's a bunch of free content up in my my bio or on the YouTube. Same username here as TikTok. And you can just start diving in and let me know if you have any like more specific questions and stuff. What's a Rollo? It's just like a fancy printer, basically. That's what I use to print out. I say fancy. It's $200. So it's just like something that prints out labels a little bit faster when you're making shipments, versus using like a printer standard at home. Like that's one of those things not to like overthink too much. Things that don't make you money are like, what brand of boxes should I buy? And like what supply, like, like what random brands of printers and stuff do I need, right? What does make you money is how can I talk to as many Amazon sellers as possible? And how can I source as many products as possible? That's it, right? That's the only thing that actually makes you money. Let's see. Does it check if you are ungated before the brands, or will it log into your Seller Central catalog? Yeah, exactly, Deal Hunter. So it'll go into Seller Central for you, and it'll submit every single one of those ungating applications, and it'll show you which ones were automatically approved with no invoices. So it's not just checking and saying, hey, you're already ungated to sell this. It's going in and trying to see which new opportunities it can open for you, for sure. Where can you find more lists to bulk ungate? Yeah, so go watch the on the Boxem YouTube channel. We did a whole workshop showing you how to use the auto ungate function to source as many products as possible. In one of those ways, it's probably 40-ish minutes into the video. If you want to skip, it's right where I started talking, like halfway through. That's where I kind of started breaking down how to like bulk import more things and stuff like that. Let's see. How do you print out the auto ungated items in Boxem? So you can just download the report. So you can download like a CSV of everything that you got from that scan. It'll show you a big list of what you are and aren't allowed to sell now. Can you use Boxem as a new seller without sales? Yeah, and that's like it's like, so it's how you like track your profit and like ship products to Amazon too. So it's like one of those foundational things. And now now you want to go in there and check for ungates too. So basically step 1 is what can my account sell? Step 2, load up SellerAmp and start sourcing things, and then go right back and list and ship those items on Boxem there. What's up, Leon? How you doing, man? Sweet. I'm probably gonna go ahead and wrap up here for the day though. Appreciate you guys tuning in to Boxem Office Hours. I'll be live again tomorrow, or I should be live again tomorrow at 1 p.m. With Jonah for Wholesale Fridays. We'll be talking about selling on Amazon via wholesale model. So if you guys are on YouTube and want to be reminded, hit the little bell and subscribe. I know it's cheesy. And then for those of you guys on TikTok, you can go subscribe on YouTube and that kind of stuff as well. Sweet. Appreciate all you guys tuning in today. Yeah, lots more coming there, Deal Hunter. Yeah. And I will see you guys again next